Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Hilda Makori. I am the graduate assistant for the Urban Ecosystem Project. I'm a doctoral student in Iowa State. It's my first year doctoral student. So I'm housed in the Promise office. So I happen to be part of the Promise again as I work in the Urban Ecosystem Project. The project is The title of the project is Young Scientists and Ambitious Science Teachers Improving Health in Urban Ecosystems. So, like the title says, it's about young scientists who are elementary students, ambitious teachers, elementary teachers, pre-service and in-service teachers, and urban ecosystems. These are the community, the people who have talked about the involved in the community. So involved in the community in the level of mosquito, when we have the mosquito enemy project going on too. So the project is funded by CEPA, the Science Education and Partnership Award, which is from also the NIH, National Institute of Health. The PI investigators of the project, they are Catherine Richardson, Dr. Gail Saylor, Dr. Chu, and Dr. Larry, and I'm their graduate assistant. So the project has 3 goals, which covers the 3 sections of the title. The first goal is the historically excluded youth. So we focus on these students who have been excluded from science field. So because science interest begins when you're little, or you decide, some of the students decide that science is good or bad or hard for them. So we focus on that, such that to get their curiosity and interest into science as early as when they're grade 4 and 5. Informal and formal science teachers, these are pre-service. We're catching on pre-service teachers, such that they go through a program where they're ambitious science teaching, which we're gonna see a little bit, such that when they go out there to teach in such schools, they have the skills to be culturally responsive or inclusive in their teaching, and also motivation of these students who would want in our first goal. And the community, this one is how getting the community to understand the impact of ways to manage the mosquito environment and in their urban ecosystem. Because in the urban ecosystem, about the mosquito's life and the life cycle, if you understand well that in urban ecosystem we have high chances of mosquitoes because of the conditions that prevent them. So getting the community to be involved this way is also another way to do this. So from the previous goals, I'm going to focus on goal number 2, which has teachers, and when I say ambitious science teaching, this word. So I'm going to define what we mean by ambitious science teaching. I'll say it's the teaching in which students are engaged in active meaning making in evidence-based environment. So if I may break that, I mean to say that students, when they are learning any content, you want them to make a meaning out of that. If I'm going to say about the dichotomous key, that looks like a big word. So I want them to relate to what that means to their life experiences. How can this be applied in life? Or how can I bring my experience in my life to what is dichotomous key big word thing is? So meaning making, and finally, after they make the meaning, they can give evidence explanations. So why did you say that? And how does this work? Or how does this dichotomous key so important to you? So they have evidence to point out, because I know A, B, C, D, that's why I'm saying blah, blah, blah. So that's what ambitious science teaching is about. And apart from this understanding that they can relate science to their life experiences. So the chart here shows what ambitious science entails. It's in the 4 practices. We call them ambitious science practices. These practices start with the teacher part. Number 1, it's on planning, how you plan to engage the students in the content you are. Usually we say it's a puzzling idea, something that the students will be, wow, why do mosquitoes bite? You know, we know they bite, but now you're asking them, why do they bite? They'll be like, wow, I've never thought about that. So that's a puzzling idea that they're gonna go ask themselves, okay, it happens, why or how? So when you plan around that idea, so in the next step is in the class where you elicit, the teachers are eliciting student ideas. This is important because it makes the student know that their ideas are valid. So when I say, anything you say to me, anything you say I put on the board, then they will be like, yeah, my idea is up there, valid. So if they give you a 20-second activity, turn to your friend who is next to you, just ask them what they know, their experience they have had since they were little kids about a mosquito. Yeah, tell your friend what you've experienced about a mosquito.
Yeah. I'll let you know about
Otherwise, oh, me too.
I read too
Mosquitoes are fly.
I work at a project. Mosquitoes, but I should try to have a.
So, whatever you told my friend, you were my class and I was doing ambitious science teaching. Now I'll ask your friend to tell me what you told him or her. So that way, I'm orienting your thoughts to your friend and your friend's thoughts to you. So you're not going to give me your story, you'll give me your friend's story. And that story you're gonna have it up here. Then those ideas or stories, we're gonna work around them as we're planning. At the end, we eliminate stories that were like, this is just a mystery or this is something we came up with. So because we want to have evidence-based explanation of this puzzle idea. So instead, at 3, we support ongoing changes in thinking. So any story that was scientific, but it was real, then we'll keep saying, this is how you explain your story in more scientific ways. So we support that thinking to go on. So pre-service teachers participate with us, starting with a course that's being offered here. Now this is our 2nd year with the course. So the teachers who enroll in this course, they experience ambitious science teaching as a student. So it's being modeled to them by our educators, Catherine and Gail Saylor. They do this for the fall and spring semester. Then during the spring and fall semester again, they practice. Now they are like, you experienced ambitious science teaching. Can you plan a lesson around ambitious science teaching which you teach your friends? So they do this, again they teach their colleagues in class, they practice that. Then at that point again, they are learning from each other, making corrections where they feel that they did not do what they wanted to do. Then during the spring, they plan and go to enact ambitious science teaching in elementary schools. This is where they do their practical. So they're out there in real classrooms to practice ambitious science teaching. Then finally, they are going to join us in summer camp, Mosquito Science summer camp, which is hopefully we're going to have it again this year. where again they practice and watch ambitious science being modeled. So like it's a cycle for, it's like a whole year thing that they participate in, such that when they graduate, they are going to be good teachers doing ambitious science teaching. So, our first year we have gathered data from our first year, and themes are coming up, and our themes, we have grouped them into teacher identities around ambitious science teaching. Like, what will you see or hear, or what identities does an ambitious teacher acquires through this process? So we came up with 4 so far. Teacher as learner. This is a novice who has experienced ambitious science teaching. So when they were in class in the first part, the previous slide, so they were learners. They experienced that before going to enact it anyway. The teacher as talker is how they deliberately let the talk go and direct it towards the puzzling idea. The teacher as believer, the teacher values all the students' ideas. All the ideas you could have said, I could have put them here. We eliminate them with reason. So I don't say, no, that's wrong. We have a reason to say, we don't think that's the direction we are going to go. The teacher as knower, the teacher uses interdisciplinary instruction. If you told me a story about a mosquito, like you say, when I went to Kenya, I was bitten by a mosquito. So then I would say, geography, why do we have mosquitoes in such area and not in such area? Then we start talking conditions of where mosquitoes are and why mosquitoes are not in another place. So we go to climate, then we go up. So teachers know, teacher knows when to bring science into other disciplines, such that it doesn't feel like it's an isolated concept of its own. So I'm going to look at the first identity of a teacher. This was interesting to me because when I asked a student, pre-service teacher, why do you think it was so important this way? She said it's so important to be a learner first before becoming a teacher. This is so because they understand when they were students and they couldn't figure anything out. So when they are the teachers who are standing in front of students, they know my students are suffering this way and that way. So in that process, they know how to support the students in their knowledge and growth in learning. So this was a pre-service teacher interview where the student said it was cool to be a student, experiencing the learning, then be a pre-service teacher and also watch how ambitious science teaching was being modeled by the educators during the camp. So why this so important? It's because we go through college, we do methods courses, we learn about the theories, epistemologies beyond all that, but when you go out there, we really don't use the theories and the epistemologies. So if I teach you to run now and tell you do it, run, you come back, you know that. But if I tell you how runners run, I tell you they wake up in the morning, they go up the mountain, they come back, that's like, fine, I knew that. But now when they know that how to run is to do this, they can help their students to do the same. So this is why it's important that ambitious science teaching is what they go through, the process they know where the challenges are, they know where the strengths are, and they can help their students do the same. So at this point, okay, at this point, I'm going to invite a pre-service teacher student who is going to talk to you about our experiences on ambitious science teaching. Welcome, Stephanie. Hi. Okay.
So I'm Stephanie. Stephanie. I'm currently a junior at Iowa State University. I am in the elementary education program, and my endorsements are in science, which is why I joined this program specifically, and reading and English as well. Let's see. Well, I put on here that I love science, and I do a lot. I've always been passionate about it, and I believe that's because growing up, my teachers had a passion for it, and they always gave us hands-on experiences. Of course, there were years that there were teachers that didn't do that, but I think I got lucky with that. So I personally joined this program because I want to learn how to teach students in a way that they will be excited about it and want to learn more. And I want to be that teacher that gets up there and gets so excited and, oh my gosh, I can't wait to show you why or how things happen. So I heard about the Urban Ecosystem Project during one of my classes my sophomore year, and they came in, I think it might have been Gail, who came in with another student, and they talked about what it was, and I was instantly interested. Let's see, I decided to join it also because I love kids a lot, as we all do, and I want to give students opportunities that they may not have, especially at schools like King and Moulton, who aren't always provided those extra opportunities. So also, let's see, I want to talk about how a lot of pre-service teachers, a lot of my peers, they, some of them see science as, a subject that goes on the back burner. And when I went into practicum, I saw that it was a subject that's on the back burner, and I think it's extremely important to learn, because I think if you don't have that critical thinking, you can't, I don't know, it leads you into other subjects. But a lot of people just, like when I saw them teach science, which I personally didn't in my practicum, but they look on Pinterest for experiments, or they just throw them the kids a lab sheet, and they just go through the procedures and don't even question why they're doing so, which I think is really sad. So my experience with the Urban Ecosystem Project class, the first day we jumped into this activity where we were the students, and it's called the Cricket Song, and I brought it. And so they introduced this story to us, which is a little tale about this cricket, and they blacked off all this stuff so we couldn't see the ending, and so we had to predict what was happening, and we questioned things, and Gail and Katie put on the board our exact words, which made us appreciate our own ideas and everyone else's ideas. And after that, we got to actually explore crickets, dead crickets, which not everyone was so enthused about, but I was. I loved to do that stuff. But then afterwards, we talked about why it's important to that process, and having the kids explore their own ideas before they're actually given the actual information. Also about that story, it dives into culture, and a different culture that we're not all used to, which is wonderful, because then that also shows the students, or that also enlightens the students about other cultures, which I am also passionate about, because I want to learn more about people's backgrounds. I personally went to the Dominican Republic last summer to go volunteer with students down there, and I think that's another reason why I wanted to join this program, to learn more, because I didn't know very much about their culture. Okay, so then diving deeper into our course, we talked about more about the Ambitious Science Teaching Circle, and it was enlightening. I loved that you start with that puzzling event, and then which is real life, so kids actually care about it, and then you ask about their ideas and keep going further, and then elicit their thinking, and eventually use evidence and hopefully spark their interest. So another thing that we did is we went to the library by King and Moulton in Des Moines, and we talked about why students in this area specifically have lower scores on their standardized tests, and is there a connection between the lower socioeconomic status and lower scores and whatnot, and it was just really puzzling to me, and I wanted to ask more questions, and I know I asked, well, why is it this way? And I think Katie answered, and she said, well, it's a really hard question to answer because there's a lot of factors that go into it. So after that, I know this semester I'm actually going to be going in with my science methods course, so I will be required to teach a science lesson, and I'm excited to actually use ambitious science teaching and hopefully practice at that. I hope to learn more from Gail and Katie and Toby and everything, so yeah.
And the kids this summer.
And the kids this summer, yeah.
As a teacher in the Mosquitoes and Me Summer Camp. So, yeah, really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Good job, good job.
Maybe if you have any questions for us, we'd be glad to do that.
Yes.
So, talking about what you just said about asking that question, was that asked towards the kids, or was that asked towards, like, I guess, the people running the program?
It was just us students, and so
Oh, it's just,
yeah, we were just in a little room in the library, so it was just us college pre-service teachers, and we asked them, and we were just talking about that.
And so this was an event we held so that the students that had participated in the Mosquitoes and Me Summer Camp could share their learning with community members. And it was a chance for the new pre-service teachers in the program to see the learning that the students still actually held and could communicate about their Mosquitoes and Me Summer Camp learning, and also get them thinking about the community context. So for many of the pre-service teachers, they hadn't been into the King and Moulton neighborhoods. So since the event was held at the library, we did a community walk and sort of talked a little bit about
Forest Library, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
So talked a little bit about what they noticed, and then to think about how that might link to achievement and opportunity and teaching and learning.
So what was the conversation like, in the sense of, like, when the that question was asked, like, the response to that question? Was it a lot of I don't knows, or like?
I didn't actually bring, I think we had a questionnaire sheet about it, and there were just a lot of questions about, we watch on the library, and what do you see in this library? What do you notice that's different from a library you've been in? And so we noticed that there are a lot more cultural, diverse books and whatnot, and then we also had a sheet that had facts about King and Moulton and their scores and their ethnicity ratio in the school, and so then we were just talking about, in general, why do we think it's that way? And so I don't think there was an answer. It was just more of throwing ideas back and forth between each other and asking, and just making it aware that it is there might be a correlation and that these are issues. So I think it was just to show us that there is something going on, but there was no answer necessarily.
So we're going to thank you so much. Thank you, Hilda and Stephanie. Thank you.